Hello AACPS staff, and welcome to the first video in the series on using WeVideo Classroom with students. So here we are on our WeVideo dashboard, and throughout this series of tutorials we're going to focus specifically on these two menu options, classes and assignment ideas, as both of these are specifically about utilizing WeVideo to give assignments to students, have them complete a video assignment, and then turn it back into you right here inside of the WeVideo platform. So we're going to start here on the classes page, and we're going to begin by creating a new class. So when you enter into your classes page, if you have existing classes, they will appear right here as thumbnails. If you are brand new to using the classes feature, this page will largely be blank, but in order to get started, you're going to click in the upper right hand corner here where it says add new class, and then you'll actually have two options. Not only can you create a class, but as a teacher you can create a class, but students and staff members can also join someone else's class. So we're going to select to create a class. And then our first required field here at the top is to give this class a title, and this is going to be whatever you and your students will recognize. So maybe you would call this 5th grade. If you departmentalize, it might be 5th grade language arts, or for middle school it might also be language arts. If you get into high school, it might be something like US history. So I'm just going to call this science, and then you have some optional fields down here. You can further clarify with the section or period and even the grade level of students if you would like to. Then you have one additional option down here, which is to add a cover photo. If you take a look at the thumbnails that are now kind of grayed out behind this window, you'll see how they all have this multicolored field of triangles. If we do not add our own cover photo, that is what will appear on my class. So this is your opportunity to include a picture that has something to do with your content area, or maybe even your Bitmoji classroom type of image, whatever you want to do to make sure that your students recognize this if they're using WeVideo classes across all of their different content areas. It might help them to recognize and select into the right class. I'm going to skip those optional areas for now and simply click Create. So now our brand new class appears here over on the left hand side as a new thumbnail. You'll see we have the title I included. Because I didn't add a cover photo, it looks just like all the others with those colorful triangles across my thumbnail there. And then I have a few options from here. With those 3 dots, I can edit the class. So if I want to go back in and add some of that additional information like grade level or change the cover photo, I can do that. If I no longer need this class or I created an error, I also have the delete. But in order to open the class, you'll simply select right on the thumbnail, and that will bring us into this class environment. If we take a look around, we've got a couple of options and active buttons here as well. We can see the title of our class up here, and then we have a small icon here that looks like an eyeball. That allows us to view our class as a student. So at any time you can see what your students will see when they come into your class. They always give you a default assignment here in your classes called Introduce Yourself. You'll notice right now it says it's a draft, video assignment, individual, edit. We're going to cover all of those in future videos. We've got a big blue button over here to create an assignment, but before we're ready to do any of those things, we need to go to our People tab right here, and we need to talk about how to get your students into your class. So I'm going to select on People. And then you'll see you have 2 options. Importing from Google Classroom is not an option for us here in AACPS, but you also have this share invite link or code. And when I select on that, it's going to show me that I can give my students a QR code to join this particular class. I can even download the QR code if I want to be able to upload that as an image file and make it available to my students in their Brightspace course. I have the ability to copy an invite link that I could then paste for students into my Brightspace course. When they click the link, it would give them the option to enroll in my class. And finally, I have a code here. So we have what appears to be a 7-digit code that I could also copy and post for students in my Brightspace class. So 3 options for how your students can get enrolled in your class, but all of them involve the students clicking into the class and adding themselves. Whether from the QR code, the invite link, or that code, the students are going to add themselves to the roster in your class. I can go ahead and click on Done now because I've gotten the information that I need from here. And then once my students are added, we would see them here on my roster. So right now, this field says Students 0, and there's nobody under that. And then it says Teachers 1, and we have Tracy Brown. And now I have a student who has joined my class, and so you can see that this window has changed quite a bit. We now see students and the individual student that has been added. I am still listed under the teachers section. I could also have co-teachers here in the class, and we no longer have that information about how to get the code. So what if I needed more people to join my class tomorrow or later on down the line? Now it's on a separate window here underneath of invite people, and I still have that option to get my invite link or code. It gives me the exact same window that it used to give me with the QR code, the option to copy the link, the class code down there as well. They've simply moved it off of the main page now that I want to be able to see my roster on the main page, and put it under a drop down here under the button that says invite people. So check back in the next video where we talk about creating assignments for the first time.